This that A1 Perico flow, you know? It's that kind of flow that could change your life. Yo, the kid is back. Word to my fitted cap. Shorty bad, beauty plus brains.
What's up? It's your boy Brooklyn 80s back with another good episode for you guys today. Today we're gonna be doing game reactions of the Valkerie Atlanta Dream game. But before we get into that, make sure everybody subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, holla at me in the comments. You already know I holla back, and hype the channel and all of the things. So one thing that's really important to me is putting together a good show and making sure that my production is right. So a couple people in the comments is complaining about the last video I put out, saying that the guy in the video, which is real money, is talking over people. So that's one thing that I try to keep in my channel. I try to keep people from doing that. So I appreciate you guys' feedback on that. So I'll address it, and I will try to make sure that we all letting each other speak and get our points across without somebody interrupting. That's one. Two, anybody who wants to join on camera with me, I need you to be on camera. I don't need your camera on and the dog can't see you. You know, I know everybody have their reasons why they don't want to be on camera, and that's fine. You could be in the chat. It's no problem. But if you do want to come on camera, I just ask for two things. One, have your camera on and, you know, be visible. And then two, make sure your audio is right. With that said, man, good game. Disappointing game if you're a Dream fan. But another game where the Valkyrie just put, you know, B to A, right? They just kicked our butts because they just did it differently. Last game, they was able to make a bunch of threes. So they played solid defense. They got us out of our offense. They made a bunch of threes. This particular game, they wasn't shooting well at all, and they still beat us. They still was able to, again, remember I said, scoring 74 points per game, a game, like they did last game, ain't gonna win you no games. In this game, they scored 78, I believe. We scored 75. It's not enough. It's not enough. I wouldn't say shout out to our defense, but I don't know if it's just our defense or the Valkyrie just not a high scoring team like that. But we both played good defense, I guess, because both teams was low scoring. Both games was close. We was kind of getting our butt kicked the last game, and we came back. This game, it was pretty much tie game. You know, they take the lead, we take the lead. It was close for most of the game, but they pulled it off at the end. So this game, we fought better. You know, we was in the fight, but they defense still didn't allow our offense to flourish, right? We wasn't able to get out in transition. We wasn't able to go on any runs. We wasn't able to get a tempo at all. Ryan Howard was nowhere to be found this game. Leash, she did her thing. She came on slow too. She didn't really do much. Angel Reese was a bright spot, and Jordan Canada was a bright spot, right? Those two in particular was bright spots. In fact, Jordan Canada almost won this game. She almost won us this game if she had a little bit of help. Same thing with Angel. I think it was a couple times again, like a couple of the fans complained where they miss Angel on some passes. You know, they got to trust Angel. I know as scorers, they feel like they can make that shot, but sometimes trust your big, you know, especially when she got it going like she did today. I know her shot percentage wasn't that great, but she was fighting. Sometimes your shot percentage ain't great, but if you and they're willing to fight, you know, you might make something happen. So, but like I said, everybody hit the like button for me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, and you know, Start jumping in these comments so we can start talking so we can start talking about the game. Y'all don't gotta be shy. Gamble, what's going on? Gamble says Angel gave Ryan a nice pass. She should have made late in the game. Yeah, I mean, this was just I don't know where Ryan was at today. Sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm rooting for Ryan because I have to. This is a team I want to see do big things, especially in postseason. But I don't know if Ryan Howard is who she thinks she is because you can have bad games. One thing I will give her credit for, she put the shots up. She put the shots up, but you can have bad games, but we can't disappear. Like you gotta affect the game in other ways. And I just don't feel like she did that. I feel like she relied too much on her shot and ain't do nothing else. So I don't know. If you're gonna be mentioned with the Asia Wilsons and the fees when your shot is not falling, what else are you doing? And then if we really being honest and we giving credit, Gabby Williams, you could honestly say she took Ryan Howard Hart today, right? Especially at the end. She wasn't playing in the beginning, but once she decided to put her head down and attack the bat, that's my point. Hey, that's exactly my point. Gabby Williams wasn't playing well, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna just go to the basket and see what happens." And she won him the game. She pretty much won him the game doing that because couldn't nobody stop her. You know. Hot Track says Howard lost in the game tonight with that costly turnover and fumble on a pass. Angel for an easy basket. Yeah, I mean that was definitely a crucial play. I would say there's a multiple plays you could point out. I wouldn't say that's the only one. It was definitely multiple plays you could point out and look at, but that was definitely a wasted play that we needed. You know. So what you gonna do? But what you guys tell me your thoughts on the game, and then also tell me your thoughts on what we need to do to go forward. Because like I said, we wasn't the Valkerie in both games took us out of our offense. Carl got to sit down with them and show them, show them what happened because the Valkerie just completely, shut us down. Hot Track says Hillman defense was too. Yeah, yeah. Angel was our bright spot tonight. Maybe we should have went to her more. Maybe we should have went to Angel more. Like I said, Jordan Canada was a bright spot tonight. Those two in particular was bright spots. Alicia Gray fought and she was able to get something. So I respect what Alicia did. Her shot wasn't falling either, but she was able to get us some things in transition, get us some things going to the basket. I don't know what to say about Ryan Howard because it seemed like her game was based off her jump shot. And if that jump shot ain't falling, she a liability for real. What are you doing? Do something else. Get somebody else open. Get somebody else's shot. Get to the line. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Hillman defense was whack too. Hot Track says Hillman defense was whack. Listen, make sure y'all hit that like button for me as y'all piling in. And then also let me know if there's anybody new watching. Is there any Valkyrie fans in here? Or is it all Atlanta Dream fans? Gamble said, I'm a fan by proximity. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You over there by the Sparks and you over there in the West Coast, so definitely nothing wrong with that rooting for your teams. Reddit Milky Way says, I've been typing stuff and deleting it over and over. It's to the point of I feel you. I feel you, but we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Mo3, what's up? Mo3 says trending news in gaming and tech. Um, he says Nas defense has been trash all season. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that. I may have to do a deep dive and look at her defense, but good take. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. Yeah, Reddit is definitely sick and tired. Hot Track says they did not trust Angel down the stretch. Canada had a chance for an open shot and did not take it. And also had a chance to give it to Angel under the basket. She could have probably gotten an and one, or at least got fouled. Right, went to the line. She could have forced a foul. So yeah, and I could see the frustration on Angel's face. But one thing, like I said in previous chats, I appreciate her for being mature about her situation because it's like it's gonna be times where your teammates trust you. She's been in probably situations like this before. It's gonna be times where your teammates don't. But she knows at the end of the day, if they trying to get to a bigger goal, not to crash out, right? Find a different way to say, okay, we'll get it on the next play. We'll figure it out in film. We'll figure it out next game, right? So I could see the frustration when she get missed on certain passes and stuff like that. But I think she's handling it the right way, opposed to going crashing out, yelling at her teammates, and then now we won't win anything because they don't even want to play with each other on the floor. Reddit Milky Way says hot tracks. They never trust her, but us fans are told we are being divisive. I think that's a shot at me because I think I'm the only one who says that, and it's true. Like I said, is um. Listen, at the end of the day, a fan could be a fan. Do what you will. Um, but my critiques when I speak is simply because I want us as a fan base to be smarter and grow, and understand that it's a team sport, and understand that we root for everybody is in the benefit of Angel, instead of like being divisive. We already got enough channels, and I know y'all see them. There's already enough channels online that's trying to divide the team. That's not going to help nobody. But you a fan out how you want to fan out. I'm not going to be divisive. I seen everything y'all seen today, but at the same time, I also understand that Angel is a grown woman and she's mature, and she will handle it as she should. Um, Bread and Milky Way says, no, no, you're not Brooklyn at all. Fans say, oh, okay, fans say that. Reddit says, I've only heard you take up for the coach. Yeah, I've taken up for the players too. I take up for the coach, but I've also taken up for the players because in the past, I haven't heard you or anybody else say this, but in other chats I've been in, I've heard people get mad at nights like tonight. They'll be like, Ryan Howard, stop shooting. And I do feel like not necessarily that she need to stop shooting because you want your offensive players to stay aggressive, but if your shot is not falling, do something else. You feel me? And maybe that's what people was trying to say when they say stop shooting. Sometimes we trying to say the same thing in different ways. But I never want my shooters or my aggressive players to stop being aggressive or stop shooting. I would never say that. But maybe again, that's their way of saying stop shooting and do something else. Like find another way. Like I said, Ryan Howard should have been getting to the line tonight. That should have been her goal. So now she seen them shots is not falling. She should have been trying to drive and create contact like Gabby Williams did. Gabby Williams at the end of the game did what? She started attacking the basket and started getting contact. So, But I want to give Angel credit today. Angel held it down. Angel held it down today. Angel bounced back today. Jordan Canada as well. Jordan Canada played well. She almost won a game for us. You know what I'm saying? Steven, what's going on? What's going on, Steven? Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Brother Milky Way says, that's the point, Brooklyn. It's the truth. We should be able to say they need to trust Angel. The guards are allowed to shoot bad, but not someone being doubled. I agree with you. You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And when I critique the Angel fans, I'm doing that out of love because I know we all really want the same thing, right? So it's not like I'm sitting here like mad at Angel fans or anything like that. It's just, sometimes like, this is what sports conversation talk is about. We share our opinions. But again, I know Angel fans is coming from the right place. So when I critique, it's never like to put fans down or act like I'm better or act like we divided. Because then that'd be hypocritical, right? Of me saying don't do that to the team. So I'm not doing that to fans, but I feel like we should be able to hold each other accountable. Like I'm an accountable person. If you're not a person that can hold yourself accountable or hold other people accountable, then you're not gonna like me. We're not gonna get along. I hold myself accountable. That's why you hear me say sometimes, I could be wrong, or I was wrong about this. I was wrong about that, or I could be wrong about this. That's me holding myself accountable. When I hold other people accountable is because they said something they was wrong about, and they just sitting there quiet like they wasn't wrong. There's a lot of people on here that do that. And I know this because I've been on here 2 years, and I had a lot of conversations with a lot of people, a lot of takes, and a lot of people been wrong, right? And they've been pridefully wrong, pridefully, like all in their pride, wrong as hell. And those people are just walking around with my takes now. Now they switching their takes to my takes. You get what I'm saying? Wrong as hell. So they don't hold themselves accountable. I hold people accountable. I hold myself accountable. So I hold the fan base accountable. I hold Angel accountable. I hold CC accountable. I hold people accountable. But at the same time, the accountability is out of love though, because I know everybody wants the best for Angel. So it's not like pointing the finger accountability. It's like, let's grow together accountability, if that makes sense. Reddit Milky Way says, I was told that Angel needs to get better at the rim if she wants Jordan Canada to trust her. She's good at the rim though. So that's whoever said that is silly. Multiple Atlanta fans have said that this game was close, so I'm not too upset. The close games, just being like, dang, I feel you. I am a little upset though, because 70 points is crazy for a professional team. So I am a little upset. The last game, Reddit Milky Way, they took our lunch. they just robbed us. They empty our pockets. They took our lunch money. This game we fall back, but they still beat us up. Like we still got beat up the same way. We just happened to fight back a little bit. Carl Semesco needs to sit down with them and show them what they should do in situations like this when you got an aggressive defensive team trying to take you out of your stuff. They have to know what to go to. And it just seemed like they didn't. They let this get stuck into a half-court game, and that's why we lost. They let it get stuck into a half-court game, and they executed just a little bit better in the half-court than we did. So we got to keep the tempo. We got to keep the tempo up. We got to push the tempo to get our offense, because we a team that gets it done by committee. Apparently, we get it done together. We don't have one or two big scorers we keep going to in the half court. We a team that share the ball and get it done together. The only way that's going to happen is if we keep the ball, moving. We keep it pushing, kind of like what they tried to do to us. You see, they was running on us, but to our credit, we played good defense too. So we just couldn't get it at the end. Ryan Howard Point Shaves. What's good, Dexter? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all all hit that like button. Make sure everybody hit that like button. Yo, Ghost, you are Valkerie fan, right? But you said that last time. Come to the panel and speak for the Valkerie fans. I'm talking for the Valkerie fans. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for anybody who wants to join the chat. I asked for two things. I asked for you to have your camera on. I asked for you to have your audio clear. That's it, man. Did anybody see the last video I posted? They've been tearing real money up. People talking about they don't even want to subscribe to the channel because of real money. Hot Track says, after a player gets you 5 steals and 5 offensive rebounds, you owe them the chance You owe them a chance. You should not be looking past them. That's a fact. And put it to you like this. I don't when I say just for the record, when I say they miss Angel, I don't feel like they was looking her off on purpose. Sometimes, especially as a guard, right? So in Jordan Kennedy case, you got multiple options. You got yourself as an option, you got Angel as an option, you got the shooter as an option. So a lot of times they trusted the shot over Angel. It's not that they was looking her off or they want to get her the ball. You just trusted one decision over another. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes what I'm saying is you gotta ignore them shots because they not falling. I know in your mind you like the next one gonna go in. This one is gonna go in. It's not falling. So trust your big who's asking for the ball and that's rolling this game. She's rolling. You know, her shot got blocked a few times, so her shot percentage ain't look great. But you see, she was still down there. She was still fighting. Let her figure that out. Even though I will say that was annoying me too. Not just Angel. It was Angel. Who else did that? I think Nas. It was Angel. It was Nas. Sometimes they just go up on a shot blocker. Like I don't understand why they do that. Like they think they just gonna go up and around a shot block is crazy. Like in the men's game, there's two ways to beat a shot blocker, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in the women's game. One way you beat the shot blocker is by doing a reverse layup, opposed to a regular layup. If you do a reverse layup, the rim helps protect the ball a little bit. That don't mean that the shot blocker can never get there. That just means it's harder. The other way to attack a shot block in the men's game is if you got a shifty guy like a James Harden. James Harden, as he attacking the basket, need to put his body into the shot blocker before he goes up. That's how you get the foul. Those are two ways you attack a shot blocker. You never just go up and with no contact and just let the shot blocker time your block. And that's what the girls do a lot of times. They either go straight up or in Adrian's case, you know, she try to out time them. You know, she try to bump them, out time them, but it ain't gonna work because they just sitting there waiting on it, waiting. So she got to figure out a different move when it comes to people who can block her shots. You know, she don't have a counter. She don't have a counter move, so that's a little bit annoying too. Reddit Milky Way says, but yep, I totally agree with you, Tracks. But yeah, we gotta do a better job of trying to get into our offense. Maybe this was a game. Maybe this was a game that to y'all point, since Nas was struggling, this might have been a Medina Olcott game. Even though she didn't have the numbers she did last game, her size make a difference. So maybe this was a game where we saw a little bit of Medina Olcott more. My issue though is I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how well Angel and Medina looks together from a space to floor standpoint. They'd be great in the paint together, but the floor won't be space. And I think that's big in college offense. He want the floor space. So that's why I think he's trying to stagger their minutes a little bit. But maybe this was a game where you do that just to, you know, see if Medina could get you some positive momentum like she did last game. But, you know, it is what it is. You lose games sometimes. We'll regroup. Who do we play next? What's our next? Oh, we play Seattle, right? I think we play Seattle tomorrow. Yeah, I'm interested to see the Seattle game because I want to see if Angel and Flage gonna embrace each other, or is it gonna be awkward, or they just gonna ignore each other. That's gonna be interesting. Speaking of Flage just had a great game. I believe what last night dropped 28 points versus New York. That's the Flage I want to see. And shout out to Marina Mabry as well, dropping 53. You know, I believe that's a WNBA record or something like that. But I was impressed. especially by Flage. I like to see Flage and our fam winning. I told people about Jay Melbourne too. Jay Melbourne being in the starting lineup. I told people her defense and just her energy, she helped make winning plays. Well, shout out to them. Hot Track says, I don't think Carl is aggressive enough. I think it would be better. I think he would be. I think he's saying. I think he would be better as an assistant coach because he doesn't make the right adjustments. The Dream don't look like a championship team yet. One piece away. Okay, that's a good take. That's a good take. Um, he's been winning, so I don't know. It's kind of. I feel like when people is that harsh on him, it's kind of like because he's been winning. So it's like you got to kind of stick with him. That's not to say he could win a championship, but he is a coach that wins a lot of games. In fact, this is his first time, I believe, this season that he lost back to back. Normally when he lose, he bounced back and win the next game. So this is the first time they had a back to back loss. So the Valkerie is a tough team. Valkerie is a tough team. They put B to A, and we gotta accept that. It is what it is. We gotta accept that. But they gotta figure out. They get 2-3. They get 2-3 heavy. They get 2 3-point shot heavy sometimes, and you know, especially Ron Howard because at least Alicia Gray attacked the basket. Jordan Canada attacked the basket, but Alicia Gray, I mean Ryan Howard she stand out. She believe every shot going in, which you supposed to as a shooter, but when it's not going in, I need you to do other things. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Jonathan? Jonathan, I want people just so you know, I want people to be on camera um when they join the panel. Gamble says, I disagree with the call takes. ATL has been better second half. That's an adjustment by the coach, I would think. Yeah. So he is doing something, He is doing something. There's things we could hold him accountable for, like um his adjustments, his timeouts, his substitutions, stuff like that. People could hold him accountable for. But like I said, I think he's been doing a good job. Honestly, you know, he's been doing a good job. If I will hold him accountable for one thing this season, I would say the inconsistency in the play because we started out the season not getting a lot of offense. We started out the season getting off the slow starts. We figured the offense out. Then we play well for a couple games, and now we back. So it was like if I critique him, it'll be that. It'll be like the inconsistent play, but that still kind of falls on the players too. So, but yeah, he needs to put some B to A and say, hey, like this is unacceptable. This is not Dream basketball, right? And then I don't want to think that far ahead. This is not Dream basketball. The three leaders of the team, Angel, Ryan Howard, and Alicia Gray, need to come together and figure out how they want to run the half court offense. I guess that's the next adjustment because that's what really why the offense didn't work today is because they didn't really let us get into our transition, to our tempo, get the ball and run and just, get into the paint, spray out for threes. Hot Track says energy is contagious. He has none. When you look at the best coaches, they are in the mix. Those coaches even will take a tech to get their teams fired up. He don't even fight with the refs. One of the best coaches ever, Hot Tracks, was Phil Jackson, and he wasn't in the mix. He didn't take text for his team. In fact, he used to be sitting in his chair chilling. So I disagree with that. I just think everybody different, and I think you have coaches that's fiery. You got coaches that's more laid back. You get what I'm saying? So I think he does a good job. What's going on, Jonathan?
Yeah, man. That was a terrible performance.
We can't hear you.
Man. Can't
You
hear me?
muted. It don't look like you muted.
No, I was saying today.
Can't hear you, brother.
Game, you still can't hear me?
His mouth volume down. No, my volume up. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Can't hear me now?
Maybe you need to leave and come back. I don't know. What's going on?
No, I'm trying not to talk too loud from my. That's why.
Can't hear you, brother. I see you talking. I can see you saying something. But we can't hear you. Oh, you can hear him? So why can't I hear him? Okay, well, never mind. They can hear you, I guess. I can't hear you. I don't know why. Let me see. Let's turn it all the way up.
Hear me.
I don't know. I can't hear you, brother. They said they can hear you, so get to speak your piece, I guess. I'll let you talk.
All right. Can you hear me now? All right. I guess I'll wait until.
Yeah, that's all.
But anyway, I just wanted to say like, tonight's game was like disgraceful. Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray, they're good offensive scorers, but they know where they ain't nowhere to be found when it comes to playing defense and when the game is starting to stretch. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Canada played good, but she got cooked on defense so bad too. And it's like nobody on that team can play both sides on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Nesco,
this is really awkward.
He kept Angel on the bench too long. He should have been putting her back in the game. You know what I'm saying? When she sat on the bench too long, Atlanta started to fall off and the game was slowly given to Golden State. And then when it started, you know what I'm saying?
Keep talking,
Angel
Jonathan. I'm going to actually leave and come back. I'm going to see if that fixes it. Keep talking.
Okay. So, Ron Howard dribbling to the point where she lost that ball is what hurt them at the end. Right. And when she lost that ball, that turnover happened. Okay, you back. Can you hear me now? Brooklyn. Let me jump off and I'll come back in.
That was super awkward. I hope he had some good stuff to say, because I couldn't hear him. And I hope that when I put this on YouTube, all the audio is good, because I don't know what that was about. But anyway, getting back to the game, Vansway, what's going on, Vansway? You look new. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Yeah, I figured he was coming back. This is weird. This is the first time this happened. So again, figuring out technology, right? But I hear you, Hot Tracks. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong in your assessment. What I'm saying is all coaches are different, and you don't need to be. I know Mo3. I couldn't hear him, but I know y'all could. You don't need to be one of those coaches to be a good coach, is what I'm saying. Now, if you're saying you prefer one of those coaches, that's fine, But that doesn't mean that he needs to be that way to be a good coach. That's all I was saying. But this was a nasty game offensively for both teams. I believe, if my memory is serving me correct, Atlanta Dream was 5 of 20 from 3, and the Valkerie was 5 of 22 from 3. I could hear a noise. Bloop. I just heard them pop up. I'm gonna add them to the stage now. You.
All right, you hear me now?
I don't know. It's going crazy. They can hear you. Keep talking. I don't. As long I'll be quiet and let you talk. You just give me a sign when you finish so I can start talking. I'm gonna mute up.
Okay. So what's going on here? There's some lack of consistency. Ball sharing. Trying to do too much when the ball is in the hands. The whole team was like, so ball dominant on offense. I don't get, and not saying that they don't have a lot of games because they do, but it's like when Angel doesn't get to the basket or try to put the ball in when they need to, and they seem to like decide not to,
I think they saying they had some background noise, Jonathan.
The offense. Yeah. Yeah, that's because one of my coworkers, my coworkers is like, that's why. Yeah, I'm on break. But so the issue is not enough trust. I love Alicia Gray, but Alicia's not a leader. She doesn't step up and take over when needed to. When Ron Howard is obviously not built to be a leader because when she tries to take over, she ruins it. Her releasing that ball at the end, at the clip, that show that the defense has got to be a lot better. Alicia's got to stop opening her hips. She got to have them hips closed in, one foot back, or other foot in front. Shuffle your feet like a linebacker. Too many quit playing passing lanes on defense, and that's cool. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But when they see that you know how to read the ball and know when it's gonna pass it and you make it flip off it, they can eventually change their offensive scheme, and they're gonna go 1-on-1. And if they see that if they're not playing good iso defense, they're going to go 1-on-1 every time. And it's working for the Valkerie. They realize that everybody on the team can't defend 1-on-1 except Angel. He was the one that could do that. So, and that's why Golden State went their way. So no. No, I just watch the games. Oh no, I don't like bad looking. Yeah. So what's going on here? We have bad coaching schemes going on. We got bad rotations. Nas Hillman, if she ain't hitting her threes, she's quiet. I don't even think I've seen Nas even try to go in to the basket. It's like some of these players, in order for them to get hot, they gotta hit their threes, or they ain't gonna do nothing else. Because Nas got cooked on defense as well. Jordan, she was balling, but she got cooked on defense. Everyone got cooked on defense except Angel. Angel probably gave up 6 to 8 points at the most. Everyone else was giving up a majority of the scoring. And that's the concern because one player can't play defense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to play both sides of the ball. Everybody got to step up. Smesco, it's obvious that he brought Angel to the team to rebound and play defense and set up screens. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember one time that he set up any place to get Angel in the paint to score. or even try to hit some jump shots. She got to hit those. She got to shoot mid ranges to get her confidence up. I mean, I don't care if she gets 8 or 10 jump mid ranges, as long as she's hitting them, and once she starts getting better at them, she'll eventually start sinking in, and that's gonna make the dream even more unstoppable. But they're gonna have to like come up with a scheme, or Angel's gonna have to start taking over. If Angel starts taking over, and becoming that floor general, I think the dreamers will start waking up. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like what I saw tonight. And I think Angel has got to start, when she see that ball getting close and all that, she got to start snagging those rebounds left and right. I mean, she sat there and let her teammates get the rebounds, and that's cool. But when your team needs to win and they need to get going, Angel's gonna have to be the one to be the one, ball watching and scanning that ball, see where the ball going when they miss a shot, and she got to grab that rebound. And once she gets that rebound, she got to set them back up on offense to find their spot to shoot, or she's gonna have to take it in herself, like clean it up. Like she always do. She always the offensive rebound and clean it up for her teammates. She got to do that, or set up plays to get her team second chance points. She has to take over, or the Dream's going to keep losing. They're going to fall if they don't start getting things going, because Mesco doesn't look like he knows how to get the team going. I really feel like he's going to
you, bro.
Finally.
I don't know what happened, but it just kicked in.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I ain't mean to stop your wisdom. Keep going.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you can hear me now. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Brooklyn. I mean, I know you feel like Mesco's a good coach. Mesco has to do a better job at making plays for Angel. It's gonna have to learn to put Angel in when she's needed in. He kept her on that bench too long, and that's when the Valkyrie started making a little run. And you know what I'm saying? That's when the Dream start making mistakes and all that, because they don't have to start put them in their spots to get them going. He put Angel in the last where it's like Dream will have to find a way to come back now. And like I said, Ron Howard dribbling, and this is the thing, too much dribbling. Like Howard, give it to Angel and let Angel make you play off the ball so she can give it to you for you so you can find your shot. Because obviously she was dribbling the ball, he was trying to look for her shot. It's not helping. And because she didn't do that, she lost the ball, causing a turnover. And that's when Valkyrie was get ready to send that lead in the last minute during crunch time. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one's on that team, stepping up on crunch time.
Yeah. So my opinion on that is, and I respect your opinion. I don't have any issue with anything you said, but what I will say is this, right? Sometimes as fans, we see things the way we want to see it, right? So I'm gonna give an example of what I'm saying. The other night, what was it? It had to be the game before. It was the Toronto game. And the Toronto game that we won, I saw somebody make a comment, a rage bait a comment, but a comment basically saying that, this is Ryan Howard's team, right? Because Ryan Howard had however many points she had, right? And I say that to say, I'll mute real quick, bro, because we can hear your background noise. I say that to say, when the offense is working, and whoever's doing the scoring, those particular fans is going to be vocal. So, Ryan Howard and the people, or I should say the Dream fans who feel like the Angel Reese fans is invading their space, wants to remind Angel Reese fan that this is still Ryan Howard's team or Alicia Gray's team, right? And then the Angel Reese fans who are Dream fans now because they love Angel wants to remind people, hey, Angel's a good player and y'all missing her. Y'all need to figure out a way to get her the ball more. Right. And my point is saying both of those things is the offense is the offense. The offense ain't designed for Angel to be successful, or just Angel. The offense ain't designed for just Ryan Howard to be successful. The offense is designed for all 5 people to be successful. The problem is when the offense is not looking good and not working, then we start to say, "Oh, Carr is a bad coach," or you know what I mean, because it ain't look good. But when it look good, we happy. When we on a losing end right now. We just lost twice to the Valkerie, but when we beat the Fever twice, we was happy. Right? We was happy, like, okay, our offense is looking good now, right? It wasn't no Carl Semesco don't know what he was doing then. So I hear what you're saying. My thing is, yeah, I do feel like Angel was missed in this game, but I want her to get the ball naturally. I don't want them to start forcing her the ball, because if they start forcing her the ball, then they're gonna be easily to guard. They're gonna be easy to guard. They're gonna be predictable, and they're not gonna win. I do want the ball to be unpredictable. I want Ryan Howard, when she's hot and making shots, to be able to take those threes she's taking. I want Leash to be able to take the threes she's taking and drive in. I want Jordan Canada to be free in the offense, and I want Angel to be able to get off and get hers. But I don't want the ball to be. I don't want it to be predictable, or I don't want it to be, because even tonight, right? Angel don't shoot no threes, right? Tonight was a in the paint game for both teams. So you see what in the paint look like. It looks ugly. It was a 78-75 game today, and it was a 74. I forget what we ended with the other day. But when you just have an in the paint game, you need threes. You need threes to fall. So that's on the players. What happened to us, we got punched in our face. Because like I said, Valkerie, that's the number 1 defense in the league. So we got to figure out, when the number 1 defense is that aggressive, what do we do? And that's Carl jobs now. That's Carl job to, take them in to look at film and see, like, yo, this is what you need to do to keep the ball popping, keep the ball movement, so everybody can get the ball, right? Because part of the reason why Angel, I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure part of the reason why Angel didn't get the ball tonight was simply because we was in a half-court offense and we couldn't space their defense out, right? So you already know Angel gets a lot of attention, and those shooters think, oh, I'm gonna make the next one. That's on them. That's on Ryan Howard to say, let me get to the line. Let me do something else. But I feel what you're saying, though.
Yeah, and this is why it's important to have Angel as the stretch four, because she would have been able to stretch out on that defense. That's why that's why he needs to have her as power forward and Okad in as the center to help balance out the offense, to get that defense to spread out that defense so people can get a lot of open lanes and all that, so they don't have to rely on that half court offense. Because at this point they're gonna realize that their offense is guard play, and they're gonna want to start going after those guards, and they're gonna know what those. And I don't mean like just go keying in on them, but knowing what to do, like making them think the guards gonna do what they want, and they're gonna counterattack their plays. So they're gonna have to, I would say, find some ways to mix it up and put players in the game that can cause the defense to run around. As third, he needs to give Navarre a chance. That's one thing why I'm kind of on Smesco, because he didn't put Navarre off, because Navarre will give you defense. You know what I'm saying? She would have put that pressure. She would have gave physicality to the Valkyries, and that would have slowed them down. Borley, Borley is not the person to go against the Valkyries. They're just too physically strong for her, and that was showing right there. Now, did Borley's play a little better? Yes, but when it comes to physicality on defense, Borley's just not built like that, and he needs someone on that team that's strong there that can defend. Navarre's a rookie, and I get that, but Navarre will get out there and put effort on defense. You know what I'm saying?
these coaches got to they can't keep looking at these players, these rookies as rookies, and think they're not capable and assume that they're not capable of getting out on that court and making something happen. No, like there are rookies in this league that will take on these veterans and will show that they can take on these veterans. I mean, look at Oka, look at Olivia Miles,
Answer this question
look at
real quick.
Washington.
Since you mentioned Oka, answer this question right here that Vance asked.
I think of them two playing together, that is really helping that dream team. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Angel gets to play her natural position to go, to go against ton of mismatches. There's not a lot of strong force in the W. Um, Angel can definitely bully the fours that's like weaker than her. They're the same height as Angel, and majority of the fours that she go against is mostly a mismatch. And then you can use like do certain plays on the switch when Oka goes to Angel's fours, and Angel gets a smaller opponent in a paint, which would be another mismatch. And then when Angel is doing her screens and now that's only Oka open for scoring paint because Oka can score her butt out. She's going to score in the paint.
Yeah,
So them together will get the guards going, and their defense will also help because Angel's a good defender. Oka is a good rim protector, and and Smesco has to play them more often in order for the Dream to get things going on both sides of the ball.
right.
So yes, so even if Bree Jones come back, what I'm saying, Angel be in that natural position. You know what I'm saying? The same thing can go with them. But Bree Jones. Only issue with Bree Jones is she's a bit slow. She's really not a fast moving player. And the offense is designed for everyone to move fast, and Jones don't like she'll keep up. But what I'm saying, it'll put Angel back in the her natural position, making it more even and more easier for the Dreams to get everything going on both sides of the ball. Angel can play off the ball. She's a good for a general. And she can give the ball to Bree Jones, giving her baskets like she did for Camilla when she was in Chicago. And she could definitely do the same thing with Okad as well. Angel once Angel get her bigs going, she's gonna make sure the guards also get going too. But she's gonna tell the guards to be at their spots to score. You know, rather than them dribbling until they find their shot. But like I understand it makes it. I understand like where you coming from with the predictable stuff. But if they're not finding their shots, if they're not if they're gonna keep dribbling to the ball to the air as the ball goes out, then you go ahead and pass to another teammate. And if that
That I
teammate
agree
couldn't,
with you with. See, that's what I'm saying. I do agree with you when you say that. I do think they needed to get the ball to Angel more. I'm just saying I don't want the offense to be predicated to come down and just get the ball to Angel. I don't want that offense. But to answer the question myself about Okai and Angel, I would like to see that just simply because Okada's a better center than Angel because she's bigger. She's bigger. She's able to block shots. She's able to contend better with those bigger centers. With that said, my only concern is with Angel not yet feeling comfortable and develop that shot. We know she's working on it, but she hasn't developed the shot yet. She's more comfortable in the paint. Right, we see that every game we play. She gravitates to the paint. She don't like look forward to that shot so she can shoot it. If you play out there with Okai and you do that, you're gonna mess the spacing up. You're gonna mess the offense up. So I'm not really sure how much I love that combination just off the offensive side, but on the defensive side, to your point, it'll be seamless. It'll be they both really good defenders. On the offensive side, I would need Angel to feel more comfortable shooting the ball. We know Okai to shoot the ball. We know she would shoot it, but we need Angel to shoot the ball and not worry about missing it. The one thing that is weird to me with Angel, chat and panel, Jonathan, is She could be under the rim and miss and don't lose her confidence. She could be under the rim and get her shot blocked and don't lose her confidence. She could take 1 3 and miss it, and her confidence is going for that. Like she don't want to shoot no more threes. And it's like it's weird because we know you to be a confident player. We love you because you're relentless. We love you for that never, that never dying that attitude. But it's like she don't have that attitude when it comes to shooting threes. So I just wonder what her mental. I wish somebody could really sit down with her, and we could hear what her mental is like when it comes to shooting the ball, because it seemed like her whole personality changed when it comes to shooting. But everything else, she don't lose that confidence. She never lose the confidence under the basket. But when it comes to shooting, she put up one, she not putting up no more. It's over with. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I get what you're saying, and I'm gonna say this. In order, one thing I want Angel to get the fundamentals down. Once Angel get the fundamentals down, she'll be able to be comfortable hitting those jump shots. I just don't see Carl helping her, develop, you know, develop her. Like even if Carl is working on her shot, I don't see him allowing her to take shots. All I see Carl's doing is having her out there just to set screens and rebound and defense and allow her to put the ball back in or just you know go in the paint to get the ball whenever she has the open space or mismatch. I think there's other ways for Angel to score, and Carl's not trusting it. Like he's not feeling like that. He's not. It's like he don't have the confidence in it. But another thing, I need him to be a little more. I need him to like figure this whole thing out about his players. See, like I I think he needs to get to know his players, know their strengths and weaknesses, and maybe he'll be able to know what to do when he rotates them and set the proper place for them to get into the right areas for them to defend or to score now. Yeah, I just feel like Nelly Nakase out coached him. I feel like she just came up with a better game plan and had her players do whatever they want, and then set up the proper plays that's going to give them what they need to succeed over the dream. That's how she beat them twice. She trusted her players. She knew her players' strengths and weaknesses, and she set up the proper plays to get them going. Me too. What I'm saying? Um, she didn't you know, allow her bigs to just rebound or, do like defense or set screens and all that. I mean, look what she did. Look, she had what you thought she had Kia Stokes ball, and Kia had 13 points. What Kia Stokes doing even scoring 10 points? You know what I'm saying?
He made
That's how
some
you know.
threes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Nakase, trusted the Kia, and she wanted her to she would have put her in a position where she was gonna be
Jonathan, they
comfortable
played the
scoring.
same way. I understand. Like, listen, it's your take. I ain't gonna say your take is wrong, but there was a close game. To say Carl was out coach is crazy because he's doing the same thing Carl is doing. Natalie did. She got her center shooting threes like Carl wants Angel to do, right? It's just that Kia is an actual center. Like Kia is 6'6", right? I believe, if I'm not mistaken. She's six
Kia is
six with
great
long
shooting threes
arms.
though. Shooting threes at Las Vegas.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She has that skill set, which Angel is developing a skill set. And we said that that's an issue because Angel can't use that as a weapon when you need it, right? She needs the ball where? In the paint all the time, whereas Kia don't have to shoot in the paint all the time. You get what I'm saying? But on
Yeah.
top of that, on a defensive end, Kia is 6'6", so she was able to get 7 blocks tonight. Just being
Yeah.
tall and 6'6". Angel is not 6'6". You get what I'm saying? So it's like with Angel not being able to have any offense outside of the basket, that kind of hurts her too. Even though Angel had a good game today, we really being honest, it wasn't the most efficient, right? Let's be honest, because she got blocked a couple times. But outside of that, she had a good
I'm,
game.
I'm not
Angel played
surprised
well
that
tonight.
I'm not surprised that Angel got blocked a few times. Angel can't. Angel with that rod in her leg, it makes it her easy target to get blocked because it doesn't, that rod, that metal rod in her leg doesn't allow her to jump high. She doesn't run as fast as we would like to see her. You know what I'm saying? Because of their rod in her leg. You know what I'm saying? Anything metal in your body can slow you down and you don't shoot properly or you don't run properly because it's hard to like try to move with like something heavy like metal because it don't matter how small metal can be. Metal is metal, and metal is heavy. You know what I'm saying? So with the amount of metal, metal on her shin and all that, what I'm saying, it's not surprising that she can't seem to get a shot over players that's 6'6", 6'7", and all that. That's why Camilla was able to always, play, defend and block her shots because Angel can't jump high with that piece of metal in her bone. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
it's
know
that.
everybody's gonna try to say that that's not making an excuse, but it's not an
No, no, no.
excuse.
I
It's,
don't think you make an excuse. I think it's that, but I think it's also the fact that she's undersized as a center, right? She's 6'4",
yeah,
6'3".
yeah, she's in the top too, and
Kia
she's a bit
Stokes
more
six
skinnier.
six.
He is 6'6", 200 something pounds. She's
Exactly.
supposed to
And
be
then
dominating Angel.
Angel probably shouldn't have said this because she let people know a weakness of hers, but she just said the other day on a post game press conference that she said her lower body is really strong. She said her upper body is not that strong. So people could use that to her, to their advantage of like making her use her upper body now. Like right, like just walling up on her, making her use that upper body. But I think that also hurts her and affects her, right? Because people are able to like, Angel's gonna play strong. She's gonna play tough, but people was able to use their strength against her. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But with that said, again, Angel had a good game today. So I'm not worried about
Yeah,
Angel. It was Ryan
she
Howard who
did.
didn't show up. It was Ryan
Angel
Howard
had
didn't show up today.
Angel had 5 steals.
Yeah, she was playing defense. She was playing hell of a defense.
Yes, and I want to see more of that. I mean, most likely I won't see it all the time, but I think if Angel start being more aggressive, start going for that ball, start stripping them, that's going to also make it easy for Dream's defense because that's why they was able to hang with him because Angel was playing. Not only she was guarding her man, but she was stripping that ball. She was stripping the hell out that ball. Like 5 steals is impressive. You know what I'm saying? She could have, what I'm saying, and she could have had 17, 16, 17 points if she made her free throws. And that's another thing. She hit one free throw but missed the other, and it also kind of hurt. Well, Ron Howard's little, slip on her off her dribble and Angel's missed free throw is kind of what hurt the Dream tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm putting more of the blame on Ron for like dribbling the ball so much. She should have passed it. And I'm starting to see what people be talking about. Ryan's always played like that, and she really needs to change her game. Like trust her teammates more. Like what I'm saying. And it's, like I said, pass it to Angel. And I don't mean like give it to her for her to put the ball in the hoop, but give Angel the ball so she can have you play off the ball, and she can give it you, and so she can give it to you where you can shoot from a spot that you're good at and you're comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of giving the Angel of involving Angel in the offense, not so Angel can score, but Angel because not only Angel can give you a score, but she can give you spots that she know that you're capable of shooting at, you know, to your spot. If Angel knows, like, if Angel knows where your best shooting area is at, she's gonna move. She's gonna be a floor general and have you play off the ball and have you move to an area that you're comfortable at, so she can give it back to you. You know what
Yo,
I'm
high
saying?
tracks. Let me ask you a quick question, Brody, because I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm just curious. In what areas do you feel like Natalie out coached Carr tonight? Like, because when you say somebody got out coached, you should be able to pinpoint and say this particular area he was out coached. So where was he out coached at in a game that was 3 points? Okay, Jonathan. I just want to ask him. He gonna respond in chat. Together.
Yeah. So it's a trust thing. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to you, Brooklyn. These guards really are not really good passers either. That's another. They lack confidence in passing. That's another reason why they won't give Angel or Alcott the ball because they can't even pass the ball properly. They Jordan Canada, who's supposed to be a point guard, she can't even pass properly.
I'm not
She
jacking
and
that. Jordan Canada been playing well, bro.
no, she did play well, but still,
I'm talking about
I
not
mean,
just
she got
tonight. I'm talking about in general. Like since we've been on this little run, Jordan Canada's she's been a reason why we've been on the run.
yeah, no, I can agree with you on that one. And I can also say that her she got to have more. She got to stop hesitating when she passes the ball. Like she's a point guard. She has to. She's supposed to know when to give her ball to the bigs, and I mean give it to them as soon as they see her. As soon as she see her big open, she supposed to zoom in. She ain't supposed to overthink it first and then give it to
I
them.
see some new
That's
people
what
in
they
the
been
chat.
doing.
If y'all want to come up and with Jonathan and also speak y'all piece, I dropped the link in the chat. I asked for two things though. To be on camera like this, and then have your audio good. Even though Jonathan audio not his audio he not representing right, but try to have your audio clean. That's the two things I asked. Or if y'all just want to sit in the chat and listen, that's cool too. But I dropped the link. Go ahead, Jonathan. Miss Straight talk to you. What's going on, Miss Straight Talk?
Yeah.
You seem new. I don't remember seeing you before. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the channel. Angel, she says Angel missed one free throw.
Yeah, that one free throw that kind of put Dream on the
No.
fast
They
spot.
saying that it wasn't a big because I think somebody might have mentioned it. So they basically saying that that's not why they, her one free throw, not why they missed the game.
No,
Or why they lost the game. Because they good today.
one can say that, but if it's in a critical moment and you know what I'm saying, and you're down by 2 or 3 points, and it's less than a minute in the fourth quarter, you have to make your free throws at a critical time like that. Otherwise, it's gonna look it's gonna like kind of look your way because for one thing, someone's gonna ask, Angel missed that free throw. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't, and if the Valkyries didn't score, it wouldn't extend it. We wouldn't be having to try to fall and shoot some threes and then and or do this and that to try to bring back, get us back in the game. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that, and I'm not trying to put all the blame on Angel because you know what I'm saying. I know, like even though she missed that free throw, that could have the team still could have figured out the way to score like 3 or 4 points. They were still about down by like 4 points, so they could have easily scored 4 points and tie the game back up. But Ryan got to stop dribbling the air out that ball. You know what I'm saying? They got to start working on that passing game, start learning how to trust each other to get that ball at the right time and all that. Because you see it when they share that ball, they can score. They can score when they share that ball. But when they're not and they're trying to do something on their own, they're trying to do too much to call their own number. That's when the mistakes like that happens. So yeah, mostly it's all this on Ryan. Ryan didn't step up in the end. She didn't show up.
In the end, Ryan didn't step up in the beginning, the middle, or the end.
Yeah, she was 1 for 8. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what was up with her.
She was 1 for 15. Some shit like that. I
Yeah,
gotta go
one
look
for eight
at it.
from 3 and all. Like, if she hit that last three, she could have went for she could have went 0 for 7 if she didn't hit that three at the last minute. That
Yeah.
was a Dre and garbage time. That didn't mean nothing. So yeah, a lot of it's a lot of stuff to be worked on. The Dream got Seattle.
I feel like
The
they should have
Dream,
redone it.
the Dream. You know what I'm saying? So the Dream plays Seattle small, right, Brooklyn?
Stop making excuses. Okay, she missed it. What'd you say? What'd you say, bro?
Um, the Dream plays Seattle small, right?
Yeah. I'm excited about that one. I want to see how Angel and Flage, if they embrace each other or not.
I don't know I don't know how. I don't know that awkward moment. I don't know how they're gonna turn out. I mean, I would think that they both ain't worrying about their issues no more. It's not even Flage and Angel, man. It's
It's the
Flage's
parents, I
mother.
know.
Flage's mother is what caused all this. You know what I'm saying? If if Flage's dad was alive, man, he probably most
Oh,
likely
Sunday,
he
my
would
bad.
yeah. If Flage's dad was alive, he'd probably confront Kia Brooks for everything all the rent she's done, bro. Because all that noise she was talking about, South Carolina didn't beat Flage and she winning in real life. I mean, I haven't heard nothing what's going on in Flage's real life right now, but I know she ain't winning with the Seattle right now. That's for sure. But the
Yeah, I know
thing
what they
is,
said, Gamble, but I also know that they was close at one point, and I know they're not close anymore, and I know they hasn't been speaking. So I want to know, like, are they gonna like be able to get close again, or are they just gonna leave it? They're gonna leave it and just be like, we're not cool no more. Like, we don't hate each other, but we're not cool no more. I want to know. I want to see what happens with that, because you could tell by
then I
either
and then I'm
before
hearing
the
about
game, either before the game or after the game, how the girls embrace each other on opposite teams. You could tell who really like each other and who don't. Like, for instance, when Angel played Connecticut for the first time, her and Anissa went at it on the floor. But after the game, they was all hugging and going to see family members and all that. So you could see it's still a relationship there. With Flage, we gonna see what happens after the game. Like, are they gonna like talk for a little minute, or are they just gonna go? They just gonna stick with their teams. We gonna see. So I'm kind of curious about that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, as long
Hold on,
as
let me read this. Let
Flage,
me read this. So Hot Track says Carl didn't notice when he sat Angel, they gave up more points and got less rebounds. He also went away from Okot when she was having her way under the basket. Natalie had them attack and Carl didn't. That's not getting out coach, what you just mentioned. That's not being out coach. That's you reaching. That's you reaching for something so you can say something, but that's not being out coach. Teams go on
hey,
runs all the time, regardless of who you sit. Teams go on runs. You sit somebody, Angel can't play 40 minutes a game.
hey, I'm
That's
about
not being out
to
coach.
I'm about to get off in a little bit. So all I can say is, tomorrow, hope the team play a bit smarter, more ball sharing, get Angel involved more. I really think Ocott and Angel, it should be the starting lineup should be Ocott, Angel, Howard, Gray, and Candle. But Carl likes Hillman, so I'm pretty sure he might start Hillman, and Angel's going to be playing a
I
five
think
again.
Carl like threes. I think that's the part y'all missing. You got to realize. Again, I try to tell y'all this all the time. For the people, and I ain't saying you do this, Jonathan. I don't know. But for the people who don't understand his offense, that want him to play a different offense, y'all want him to play another coach's offense, he's not going to do that. Carl like spacing. He like floor spacing. He like 3-point shots. So he's gonna have players out there who's gonna be able to make threes and attack the basket, or if in Angel case be under the rim. He's not gonna put a lineup out there that's inside out. Everybody who want to play inside out, that's not the way he coached. But that's not the way most coaches coach. Like I said, Natalie Nakase don't play inside out, right? They play spread out so that your guards could attack the paint. That's if you pay attention to Natalie Lancasi's offense, she got attacking guards. Only way she got attacking guards if those bigs spread out and go to the 3-point line like Kia Stokes did. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah. All right, Brooklyn. I'm gonna jump on out of here. My college today.
all right, Brody. I appreciate you for coming to the panel. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Let me put my camera back how I had it. Give me 1 second. Let me fix my layout. Bam. And let's get some music playing. It's too quiet. Let's get some music playing. The funny thing is I got music on, but I can't hear it. Why? There we go. That was fun. All right. Now let me see what y'all saying in the comments section. Let me see what Hot Track's got for me. Hot Track says coaching is making the decision to put the right people in at the right time. Coaching is making the decision, understanding who's at and who's not. Coaching is vocally motivating your players when necessary. You're right. All that is coaching. But you said he got out coached. I said he didn't get out coached. You're right. That all that is coaching though. You had, to your point, Hot Tracks, and again, I'm not challenging you. I'm not challenging you, Hot Tracks, so don't take it that way. I'm just trying to give you perspective. If you don't want to take the perspective, that's on you, that's fine. All I'm saying is you had two good teams, two good coaches. This was a defensive battle. We lost by 3 points. Sometimes you just got to take the L. Just because if two people go outside and fight and one person loses, that don't mean they got their ass beat. That's two different stories. When you say somebody got out coached, that means strategy wise, Natalie did something that Carl wasn't able to adjust from. That's being out coached. That's why I wanted to see what you was gonna say. If you would have said Natalie went to a small ball offense and Carl didn't adjust, you know what I mean? That's being out coached, right? It's ways to out coach somebody by putting a lineup in that the opposing team can't defend. That's not what happened. We got beat. One team won it and it was more hungry than the other team. That's just a fact. If you watch that game and you get out your feelings, I'm not in my feelings. I lost tonight. I'm a Green fan. I'm an Angel fan, and I lost tonight. But I'm not in my feelings about it. It is what it is. I took the L. We got to bounce back. We got to fix some things and move on. But if you in your feelings, you're going to sit there and, like I said, some people, like I said earlier to start this live, some people can't take accountability. Some people is like, you know what I mean, they're afraid to take accountability. At the end of the day, we just got beat. Natalie beat us. Really, Gabby Williams. If you really want to give this game to anybody, when Gabby Williams turned up in the fourth quarter and kept attacking that rim, we didn't have a counter for that, right? I would count, and when I say we didn't have a counter for that, we defended it, but it just didn't work. Ryan Howard was on her. She was just taking Ryan Howard's. She was taking Ryan Howard's food. Ryan Howard ain't do nothing offensively to help us win. She ain't do nothing defensively to help us win. That's what happened. Now, you could argue, I know, again, we could nitpick small things and say, oh, Okat could have played more minutes. Okat was out there. She got to travel. Remember? If you watched the game, she was called for traveling. She was out there. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now, if you put Okat out there, we're going to get better defensively. We're going to get worse offensively because she don't shoot the ball as confidently as Naz Hellman does. That's just a fact. Now, also, y'all got to remember, even though she's big and she's 6'6" and she looks good visually, she's still a rookie. She's still a rookie out there, so you don't want to put too much pressure on her anyway. He's going to go with the veterans. That's not being out coached. That's trusting your team. That's trusting your veterans, right? It is what it is. Hopefully, by the time playoff time come, or maybe even after All-Star break, he has more trust in his rookies. Maybe we see more Okat, but that's the reason why y'all not seeing her. It's because she a rookie. But all coaches do that. So, like, you're going to say all coaches is bad because they don't want to throw their rookies out there? The only teams that have their rookies out there are the teams that don't have no choice. Lauren Betts ain't getting no minutes, right? Behind her two vets. She getting some now. But I'm just you could look at a bunch of teams. This is nothing new. Teams are gonna go with their veterans. Let me see what Miss Straight Talk got for Miss Straight Talk to you says, yes, I am new to your channel. When Angel started to get hot in the third quarter, the coach took her out. Also, the coach kept Angel out too long in the fourth. Ryan and Nas did not show up. Okay, I'm going to tell you why apparently I don't know why he took her out, because I do know what you're talking about. I was watching the game. He took her out right after, I think she might have made a bucket or something. And then I noticed she was taken out too. But I also noticed that the pace in the game was like this. And I also noticed Angel was huffing and puffing and a lot of other people. So he just swapped the lineup. But again, sometimes we so much of Angel Reese fans, we just like why he took her out. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes you know what? He got out coached. Never mind. He got out coached, and he didn't play Angel enough, I guess, even though she was tired. You could clearly see she was out of breath. He ain't play her enough, and he ain't play Okada enough, I guess. I don't want to argue. All I want to do is have good conversation, and all I want to do is get perspective. But it seemed like y'all don't really care about the perspective. Y'all just dead set on he got out coach and he terrible. I want to know what y'all gonna say after we win. Like, did the other coach get out coach? Like, you know what I mean? But I feel y'all. Though. I guess Angel didn't need to come out the game. You know what I mean? I guess she don't never need to come out the game, and I guess we always need to get her the ball, right? We need to make sure next game, let's not take Angel out, and let's just get her the ball the whole game. I feel you. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I'm just joking. For anybody that's sensitive and in their feelings, I'm just playing. Hot Track says, Carl don't understand. These are women. That's a crazy sentence. Okay. He been coaching women's basketball okay. Carl don't understand that these are women. They have to be pushed. Natalie understands that. I understand there are two different styles of coaching. Players play harder for their coach. He don't give them much. They won by 3, bro. 3. But okay, I feel you. And for a coach that don't understand women and don't understand what he's doing, he's the 4th leading coach in wins in Atlanta Dream history. And I believe if we would have won these games, we would have been number 1 in the standings, that we would have won the last 2. I don't know where we stand right now because I didn't look at the standings. But for a coach that don't know what he's doing, he's winning. He's winning games, right? We're not giving him no credit for winning. But when he loses games, he don't know what he's doing. That don't sound emotional. That's crazy. And you're a man. You're a man being this emotional. So that's crazy. I'm just saying. Better Milky Way says Ryan Howard had 36 minutes. I don't understand why he plays her that much, because she's the starter team. He's the all-star. Any team you go to, you're going to play your all-star the majority of the minutes. It's up to her to play better with her minutes, but you're not benching your all-star. I don't know if y'all know anything about sports, but that's one of the last things you want to do is bench your all-star, because then you'll lose the team and then you lose the locker room. Reddit Milky Way says, Brooklyn, why do you assume because Angel fans say Jordan Canada needs to take advantage of mismatches and look for her more, as saying she needs... That's not what they saying. They saying that give it a ball, but I do agree with that. Well, what you saying, Reddit Milky Way, I agree with. So I'm just honest. I'm not gonna say something I don't agree with. But yeah, again, I said already to start this live that I think Angel need to get the ball more. I done said that multiple times. So it's not like I disagree. I disagree with I feel like it was times she was missed, and I feel like it's times where and that's adjustments. That's chemistry, right? I'm not going to overreact off of one game, right? Off of chemistry, sometimes they might miss each other, right? It's times where Angel might miss somebody, right? It is what it is, right? We know Angel is a type of, put it to you like this, Angel, I'm gonna tell you how sometimes you could look at something through one perspective and don't see the other. As an Angel fan, I can honestly tell you this. There's times where Angel get the rebound and one of her shooters, like Alicia Gray or whoever, is wide open and she go right back up with the layup. So a Alicia Gray fan could say, Angel need to look for her teammates more, right? Because as Angel fans, we love to see her when she go back up with that rebound. A lot of times she got 3 people on her though. You got to be able to, like, you know, see it from all perspectives. I don't just have Angel Reese. You know what I mean? I'm not just like everything is Angel Reese for me. As an Angel Reese fan, I'm able to step outside and see a bigger picture. So I do agree with what you're saying right now is if Angel has a mismatch, they need to make sure they abuse the mismatch. I disagree with they just need to get Angel the ball more. Because that's not the offense. The offense ain't about Angel Reese. It ain't about getting Angel Reese the ball. The offense is about ball movement and the right person taking a shot, whether that's Ryan Howard, even though she played like shit today, whether that's Ryan Howard shooting a 3, that's Alicia Gray shooting a 3 or attacking the basket, that's Jordan Canada made some threes tonight that we needed. Right? Y'all mad at her for shooting those, you know what I mean? Because I saw somebody say she had shoot first. Jordan Canada is a scoring point guard, yes. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I do agree with you, Reddit. I do agree. Reddit says, I do agree when he took Angel out, she was breathing hard on the bench. You guys can go back and watch it. Yeah, I remember that. That's why I know exactly what they talking about. But I don't nitpick things. I'm not mad. We all different. Some of us gonna nitpick every little thing. That's like I'm also not the person that goes through life, and I'm talking about personally now. I'm also not the person that goes through life and complain about everything that goes wrong in my life. Because I know at the end of the day, God got me, number one. Number two, we all get, you know what I mean, we all go through ebbs and flows. It is what it is. It's gonna happen to everybody. So I'm not gonna cry when something happens to me. I'm not that type of person. So when I look at my favorite team or my favorite player, I don't always jump to conclusions. I don't always do that sometimes, but I do call it out. Like I said, I'll give you a perfect example with all these fouls is being called on Angel Reese. I said in the video, one of my last videos I put out, I said that it's nothing Angel could do because some of these fouls is egregious. I said some of them ain't her fault. I said even when she jump up, she come down, there's people standing on her. They still call a foul on her. But I also said for the ones she can control, she need to try to do a better job at not getting those because the reason why is because the refs is, you want to try to save some because the refs is going to give you some. Somebody in my comments complained about that, even though I just gave Angel so much grace. All I said was try not to get, you know, some cheap ones. Try not to do that. And so people just want to complain. People don't want to hear anything like, you know. Bob Jones 289 says Reese never commit any fouls. They all BS. All right, cool. Like if that's how you feel, like I'm mad at you. I know for a fact that my favorite player, Angel Reese, commits a lot of fouls. You know what I mean? Some of them ain't fouls though. Some of them ain't her fault, but she do commit fouls because she aggressive. She aggressive player. You're gonna commit some fouls. So. Yeah, either Bob crazy or he trolling people that say that all the time or say stuff like that, which I ain't mad at him. I troll. I'm funny too. I crack jokes too. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me tonight. It's too bad nobody wanted to come to the panel. I would have loved to speak to the new people. Don't be afraid to come talk to me. Miss Straight Talk. Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear your opinions. You know what I'm saying? Even my man, Hot Tracks. We could have a conversation, bro. You know what I mean? We could talk about why you feel the way you feel. And I'm not up here to like debate or, you know, I'm not up here to like be combative. We could have we could agree, we could disagree, we could have a good conversation. At the end of the day, we both Dream fans, we both Angel fans, we both want the best. I just disagree when people are quick to like blame Carl, or quick to like if Carl's to be blamed, let's blame him for something he deserved. But saying he got out coached in a 3-point game is crazy. That's wild. There you go. I dropped the link again for anybody who might be thinking about coming up. If you didn't already, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm trying to be more consistent. My lives for the past few days been really good too. So, you know. And it's only gonna get better because I'm mobile right now. I don't even have my equipment. Anybody who know, I'm not even in my comfort zone right now. So once I get back to my comfort zone, it's gonna be way better. I'm gonna be able to put pictures and all kinds of graphics up, and have videos and do all types of stuff. But right now we rocking with how we rocking, and I'm just doing the best I can with what I have. With the things that I have, so it is what it is. But we lost 2 games. It is what it is. We lost 2 games. It's not fun. Hot Track says, when you under the basket and you come down with a rebound, a big mentality is to take it back up. Not mad either way, but I'd rather take a high percentage shot than a low one, unless the shooter's in a line of sight. You just totally miss what I said. Once again, you sound like a logical person, Hot Tracks. Everything you said was true. Has nothing to do with somebody wide open on the perimeter while you're going up on 3 people, feeling like you missed them. The same way as Angel fans, when we see Jordan Canada or Ryan Howard put up a shot or make a pass, and Angel got her hands up and she feel like she's missed. I'm just saying that it's times where Angel miss people too. And I'm saying sometimes as Angel Reese fans, you don't see that because you don't care about that. You're not looking at that. And your brain is just get Angel Reese the ball. Right? And that's the point I was making. What I'm saying is it's a 5-person team, and none of them is like purposely going out there to miss each other. So when they miss each other in the heat of the moment, it's because, again, like I said earlier, we use Jordan Canada, for example. She got 3 options most of the times or more. And 9 times out of 10, Ryan Howard makes these shots. She's the fastest. Whatever she just made, I forgot what it was, but she was the fastest to those 3. So obviously she's a really good 3-point shooter. So obviously Jordan Canada is going to trust that. So obviously if Jordan Canada see her, especially after the game she just had against Toronto, right, where she just made all these 3s, if Jordan Canada see her, she going to kick it to her. And when the 3s is going in, we all happy. But when they not going in, it's getting Angel Reese the ball. That's just what it is. That's just the reality of it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't jump to conclusions. I understand. They'll be better. They'll be better. Like I said after the last game, these losses actually good for us because this might be the type of defense we need to prepare for the playoffs, right? We beat Indy, but Indy not a great defensive team. We need to be able to beat great defensive teams in the playoffs. So this might make Cargo make some adjustments, right? This might make Cargo make some adjustments so that we could be a better team in the future. Sports fan says ATL lost because of poor coaching and not playing Okot and Reese together. The guards was struggling today. Okay, I disagree. I disagree with that. But that's a good take. That's a good take. I'm not mad at your perspective. It's a great take. I think if I could say why I think they lost, it's because we wasn't aggressive enough. We wasn't, like I said, you got to give credit where credit is due. Gabby Williams took this game over at the end. And what did she do? She put her head down and got to the basket. We didn't have anybody to do that for us. right? Jordan Canada is small, so she tried her best to do it. Alicia Gray really didn't do nothing all games. You know, she got good numbers, but she didn't really do much. And Ryan Howard ain't do nothing. She was the only person we had to actually fight and do something for us was Angel Reese, and I keep saying Angel Reese had a good game today, regardless of what the shot percentages were. Angel Reese had a good game today, but at the end of the day, this was a close game. It was anybody's game. We could have walked out here with the W. I wonder if y'all would have had the same critiques, and we walked out here with the W. But we could have walked out here with a W. But Gabby Williams took the game over, right? Remember, Gabby Williams got a big steal, right, at the end. You got to give credit where credit is due. Sometimes you just got beat. Sometimes you just lost. We lost today, and respectfully, get out your feelings. Like, why y'all so sensitive? Real talk. Like, I don't know where y'all from, but y'all acting real emotional. We lost a game. It's cool. Like, we going to bounce back. We don't have to, you know, you know what? Y'all don't like Carl. I get it. It's called for. My bad. I'm defending Carl. Y'all don't. Carl got out coach and he lost in this game. My bad. Hot Track says, I think you assume no one is purposely missing each other. I think they are growing. They're growing on each other and things are getting better, but it was blatant. This is what happened before. Season still early. Okay. We'll see. I think they're fine. I don't think nobody missed each other purposely. Like you said, I don't know what happened before. I don't know what happened before, but we just lost a game, bro. We just lost a game, and we need to play better. This is where we hold Carl. And I'm not worried about it because he makes adjustments. He's been doing this all season. This is where Carl makes adjustments, and hopefully we be better next game. You know, against Seattle. Seattle is hot too. Right now they rocking. They just had 2 really good games. They just won their last game against New York, and then they played well. They lost 2-point game against Dallas, but they found their offense. Both games is in 100, so this might not be no easy game the next game either. We might have to really go in there and fight to get this one. So this is where Carl got to make his adjustments, and this is where we hold him accountable to make his adjustments to say, okay, we're not executing. We need to get back there, and he's been doing it all season, so I'm not worried about it. Sports fan says we didn't have to lose. That's the issue. That's confusing, bro. You gotta explain that. Of course, we didn't have to lose, but the Valkerie is clearly a good team. So I don't. You almost said that like the Valkerie. I don't know. You gotta explain. I don't know, but I feel you. Though. We don't never have to lose, but I don't know. I feel like the Valkerie took that. I feel like they took our lunch in the last one, right? We ain't even fighting that one. We just got beat up. And this one, I feel like we fought. It was a close game. It could go either way in close games. If y'all ever played basketball, watch basketball, y'all say y'all sports fans and coaches, y'all supposed to know this. Like, it's close games. It could go either way. You know what's true? This is what I think is happening, because I've seen other people's channels. I think y'all used to the content creators that look forward to blaming the coach. And then y'all like, that might excite y'all. Y'all might be like, yeah, eat Carl, right? I'm not that sports fan. I'm a sports fan that been watching basketball. I shouldn't even say sports because I don't like all sports. I've been watching basketball my whole life. I have a love for basketball. And I know a little bit about basketball strategically. So you're talking to somebody with a basketball brain and a basketball mind who loves the game. So I'm not an emotional basketball fan. I think, and I'm not saying it's true because I don't know none of y'all. I'm just giving you an assumption. I think a lot of y'all are emotional fans. So y'all just going off of how y'all feel, y'all emotions, and y'all emotions just saying F the coach. I don't think like that. I'm more of a logical, strategic guy. So I don't mind blaming the coach. I don't mind saying he got out coached. I don't mind, like y'all said, Okot wasn't there and Angel wasn't there and blah, blah, blah. And Angel needs to get the ball and they not. I don't mind having that conversation if there's some facts behind it or if something happened. But like, I'm not going to do it emotionally. I'm going to do it based off basketball, based off like strategies and stuff like that. So it's like, if y'all used to those type of content creators, this ain't that, and that ain't this. You get what I'm saying? I'm here to talk about real basketball, and I'm not here for the soap opera. Some of these content creators just be selling y'all some soap opera stuff, and y'all be eating it up. I see it. It's cool. That's not me. That's not me. We gonna have a certain level of intelligence over here. There's a certain level. If you don't like that, I respect it. Y'all don't have to subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to do none of the things. But if you appreciate a certain level of logic, if you appreciate a certain level of education, a certain level of basketball talk, if you appreciate that and that's fun for you, because that's fun for me. If that's fun for you and you enjoy that, then this is where you need to be. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all of the things, and you know, we'll rock out for the rest of the season. But if you're looking for the emotional person that's just gonna feed your emotions, this ain't that, and that ain't this, bro. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry, because I want to start. Listen, I'm really big on like giving people props and saying, "Yo, that's a good take." But y'all making it hard for me because y'all giving me the emotional take. Like, and it's like I don't want to sit here because we lost a 3-point game and act like the sky is falling, because it's not. I don't want to sit here because we lost a 3-point game and say, "Oh, the coach can't coach," even though we a winning team. Think about what you're saying. Think about if what you're saying actually makes sense. Some of the stuff y'all saying ain't making no sense for real. Y'all just saying it out of emotion. Please, like, but do your thing though. I ain't gonna listen. Don't. If you want to be emotional, be emotional. Don't let me. You know what I mean? Somebody's behind a screen like, "Oh my God, I hate him." I get it. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm just, you know. Let me see. Hot Track says the game loss was more on Howard. I agree with that than coaching. See, now that's a fact. How long is Bree out for this? How long is Bree out for this? Was a good loss for them because Howard should feel conviction, and everyone else who did not put in. This is a statement I can agree with. This is a good take. I agree with this. As long as how long Bree was out, I think she need to stay out until she's healthy. I don't want to rush Bree back. It's a long season. Let's let her take as much time as she need. But yeah, you're right. Whenever she's ready, I would love to see how she look for this team. But I agree with this whole take right here. How it disappeared, and she does this a lot. So I don't understand. And then what my issue with Howard is, and I said this already in the broadcast, is do something else. Your shot not is falling. Do something else. Get to the line. You know, start to make plays for other people. Angel, to your points, to get Angel some easy buckets. Do something else. Stop just, you know, I don't mind her shooting. I'm not one of those people that's saying Ryan Howard need to stop shooting now. I don't agree with that. But I do agree with, if your shot is not falling, do something else. I need you to stay aggressive because you're one of our best scorers. You're an all-star, right? But I need you to do something else. So I do feel like Ryan Howard has this issue. It seemed like that she disappeared sometime. I don't know what's going on with her emotionally. You know what I mean? I don't know. But it's a good take right here. Yeah, that's the one I just read. My man Gaz the Truth said peace. What's up, Gaz? Peace. Just, you look like you knew. I don't recognize your name. Subscribe to the channel. Everybody, please hit the like button if you in here watching. Run the likes up. Run the likes up so we can get in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask y'all this though. For the people, let's have a real conversation about Carson Mesco. For the people who feel like he didn't do a good job in this game, what adjustments would you like to see him make for the next game to improve on what we did wrong against the Valkerie? Because I think we're gonna see the Valkerie again in the next couple days, in the next few days. We're gonna see them again. So what improvement would you like to see? I already know what improvement I would like to see. I already said it in the broadcast. But let me see what you guys got to say. Gage of Truth say, yeah, I'm new. Just came across your channel earlier today. Okay, welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome to the channel. Absolutely. The community is growing. I like that. And once again, I appreciate everybody too. Regardless if we disagree or I agree with you, I appreciate all y'all takes. I appreciate the interaction. One thing about my community too, I get a lot of engagement, like as far as people commenting on my videos and stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate all that. You know what I mean? But like I said, one thing I did notice about the content creators in this space is a lot of them. First of all, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Just keeping 1,000. This is not no shot to nobody, but I could tell a lot of them don't even know basketball. A lot of the people who make these channels, they make these channels because they either love a player like Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark or whoever, or I don't know, but I could tell they don't know basketball like that. But that's fine though, because one thing I do take my hat off to the people who don't know basketball. Some of them are really entertaining. They really good at like the drama of it, and they that's where they channels is based upon. It's like the drama. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. Hot Track says, you don't have to be emotional to think the coach can't coach. I think that's how you want to perceive people. I'm personally not unrealistic. Angel had a part in losing the game too with all the missed layups. So let me tell you why I said that, because again, I don't just say things to say it. I wasn't saying that you guys emotional because y'all think the coach can't coach. I was saying you guys emotional because, which I saying don't make sense. So the only thing that logically make sense to me is you being emotional, right? Because again, one of y'all please go tell me what the record is, right? And then when you tell me what the record is, like, are we, for the coach that can't coach, are we a losing team? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing what you're saying makes sense as to a coach that can't coach if you look at how we're doing this season, right? Up until this point, up until tonight, we never lost back to back. That's a good coach. That's the signs of a good coach. Up until tonight, the problems that we had, or not tonight, actually the last game, the problems that we had, we fixed them. So it was like we started off the season to slow starts. We started off the season not scoring. And then the offense got better. And then we was on an upward trajectory. We lost a game, and then everybody saying he can't coach. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just don't. So that's really what I'm saying. I'm saying what you're saying ain't making sense unless you saying things based off how you feel and not what you think. If you just feel like, oh, I don't like Paul, that's how I feel, and not judging it off of none of the facts, then it's emotional. But if you judging it off the facts, you can't honestly fix your lips to say he can't coach after what he's been doing. I'm not saying he's the best coach. You could say he's not the best coach in the league. And I can't argue that, right? As you could say that. But to say he can't coach is crazy. Like I keep telling you, that's crazy. So you can sit here and get now you sound defensive because I ain't saying you defensive because you said you're not emotional. So I'm not saying you defensive. I don't know you. In fact, I even said before I said you was emotional, I even said, I don't know if you're emotional because I don't know you. I said that too. Sometimes we hear what we want to hear. So again, I'm not saying you emotional. I'm not saying you defensive. I'm saying you coming off though emotional and defensive because what you're saying don't make no sense. And then you defending it. So if you're not emotional and you're not defensive, you're doing a bad job at showing that. Like, don't get mad at me. I'm the messenger. I'm just telling you how you coming off, Brody. That's it. I'm only here to talk basketball and we sitting here whatever. But I agree with your take before this one, though. Your take about your basketball take about Ryan Howard, I agree with that one. Gaz the Crew says, I don't think it was on the coach, but I think Okot should have gotten more minutes coming off 2 big games. Okay, I respect that. Again, I don't disagree with that. A couple people said that. I don't disagree with that. All I can say is she did get minutes a day, right? She got minutes today, and every game was different. I think again, this is go back to emotional. I think people was riding the high of game one because this was a different game. That's all I could say. And even Gabby Williams said it. You got to realize every game is different. Even the way we got beat today was different than we got beat the last game. We got beat the last game because they was hot from three, and we didn't guard the 3-point line, right? This game we got beat just out the mud because both teams couldn't shoot. We just got beat, and it could have went either way. We just got beat out the mud. It is what it is. So I'm not mad at you. You know what I mean? Maybe Yokai could have played a couple more minutes. But I think the bigger issue why we lost, let me get into that because I said I'm gonna tell y'all the bigger issue why we lost is I think it's because so our offense is a read and react offense. It's based off ball movement, and I don't think we had enough momentum. We wasn't running, we wasn't pushing the ball enough to make the ball fly so we could actually get into the paint and kick out for threes, right? Or get into the paint and finish. We wasn't like getting the ball into the paint in transition, or even if it wasn't transition, just out the net. We wasn't like pushing the ball. I felt like we was it was too much of a half court game. And that's fine. That's was Natalie's strategy, right? Natalie's strategy, she a defensive team. She makes it tough to score. They want Valhalla to be a tough place to win, and that's what it was. So Carl has to, when things get nasty or ugly like that, has to have things in place to help them get into the offense smoother. They keep running that play. They run two plays. One where they give Angel the ball in the middle and she hands it off, or they run the play where Angel sets the screen for one and the other one run off. So they got some go-to plays, but we just didn't get offense going. Honestly, we just couldn't get no offense. The threes wasn't flying. I do agree that a couple times Angel was missed and the ball should have got thrown into the paint. Sometimes you got to trust your big, even though she was getting a shot blocked or whatever. You never know, she might get fouled. Something might happen. So I do agree with that. But I also felt like it was a 3-point game, and I'm not gonna overreact to the loss, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you lose those close ones. In fact, we spoil you because we've been winning the close ones. If you really think about it, we've been winning the close ones. It's one of the times we lost it. Gaz the Truth said Ryan and Angel forced Canada to be a scorer instead of a facilitator because they couldn't score. I wouldn't say that because Jordan Canada is a scorer. So what she does is she pick and choose her spots of when she's going to get everybody involved and when she's going to score. So I wouldn't say they forced her to be a scorer because that's part of her game. But yeah, she was a big part of us being close today because she took it upon herself to say, I need to start scoring because, my team is struggling. So it is what it is. Like I said, it was a 3-point loss. One thing go differently, we win. So a couple of things just went in Golden State favor. It is what it is. So Hot Track says he's not the right coach for Atlanta Dream. Like we already pointed out, there are different types of coaches, and his coaching style don't match the group of ladies he's coaching. Okay. I'm not even going to say what I think about this because I think you already know. He's winning. So I disagree. But I feel you, that's your perspective. Hot Track says, everything we did through the day is good. It's just okay. This is I thought it was the same. I'm like, am I reading the same thing? He says everything we did today is good. It's just the stars have to show up when they're playing better teams. You win some, you lose some. Carr has to make adjustments and be more assertive. Okay. Red and Milky Way says Angel could score. Angel had 15 points. You can't just look at the 4 of 11 without the free throws. She received free throws for a reason. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I keep saying Angel had a good game today. Angel had a good game today. She did well. Her and Jordan in Canada was our bright spots. They just ain't having much help. Like I said, Leash did some things to like get in the scoring column. So shout out to Leash. But unfortunately, we just didn't pull it out. And it hurts. I know. It don't feel good. We lost 2 in a row to a team that we feel like we should have been able to beat. It is what it is. Some of y'all feel like it's the wrong coach. I guess. I can't wait to see our energy when we winning. I want to see if y'all still think it's the wrong coach. You know what I mean? In fact, let me ask that. Hot Tracks. How did you feel after the 2 Indiana games? Did you feel like he was out coached? Did you feel like he didn't? Did you not like his rotations in that game? In those 2 games? You too, sports fan. What was your thoughts about the 2 Indiana games? I would love to know. How did you feel like Carl did in those games? Did he disappoint you? Hot Track says, Angel wasn't the problem, although she could have done better with finishing than me. See, that's what I'm saying. You always gonna Red and Milky Way. You always gonna have people that nitpick. Every game, everybody could have did better. Angel did what she could do this game, in my opinion. But let me finish what you're saying. Angel wasn't the problem, although she could have done better with finishing than me. It was just Howard. You win as a team, you lose as a team. The next game, Howard might make up for someone else's mistakes. Give the truth. Said Angel didn't have a bad game, but I wouldn't call it a good game. Why wouldn't you call it a good game? Because of the shot percentage? Like, why would you say it wasn't a good game? Skullbrain Nation says, not gonna lie, Valks was a good defensive team with a good coach. Any other team we probably win. Exactly. Like, you got to take your hat off. Sometimes you got beat, bro. You just got beat, and it's like people don't want to admit that. It's the coach's fault. He need to fire the coach. He ain't making adjustments. He ain't play this play enough. He ain't do that enough. Sometimes you just got beat, bro. You just got to admit you got beat. We got beat. BTA, belt to ass, bro. They belt the ass the last game. And in this game, we just fought. We was in the fight, and they ended up winning in the end. It's that simple. But it was 2 good games because in the last game, we came back, right? Angel got hot in that 4th quarter. We came back. We gave ourselves a chance. In this game, we had to win. It was a couple crucial turnovers, right? A couple crucial things that happened. Gabby Williams got hot. Gabby Williams put her head down, got to the rim, got to the line. Just like you gotta be able to take that. You gotta be able to eat it. Pause. It's like people like panicking and it's like fire the coach. It's the wrong coach. We need to find another coach. We need to. It ain't that serious, bro. I'm sorry. Like I know y'all want somebody to like, I don't even know the right word for it, but you want somebody to like validate all y'all. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. They like, I ain't never coming back here again. I'm gonna go to those other channels that that tell us everything we say is right. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Hot Track says, I think it's early in the season and he has new players, so I think it's closer to the end of the season. I think it's early in the season and he has new players, so I think closer to the end of the season, we'll see what we have. No complaints, but Angel game, she gave them 7 steals, 13 rebounds, 14 points. That sounds like a good game to me. And it also sounds like you contradicting yourself now, because to say that it's early in the season and then to say that he's the wrong coach, it's contradicting, bro. It's like you giving him grace, but then you telling him to, he need to be fired. That's weird. That's weird energy. Skullbrain Nation says, I do want to see Angel and Okot versus Dom and Awa. Not gonna lie. We gotta run that lineup. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Like I said, the problem with that lineup is when Okot is in the paint, Angel is not gonna be there to shoot that ball. That's the issue with the lineup. But I wouldn't be mad to seeing that lineup. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just looking at it from a basketball point of view, right? From a basketball standpoint and from a space in the floor standpoint, which is important in offense, which is what we was lacking in the last game is offense. We need spacing for offense. If you guys know that, that's a bad spacing lineup. It's okay when Angel's in the paint, but Okot is a bigger body, so you prefer Okot in the paint, right? That's why he plays Nas and Angel, because Angel prefers to be in the paint, and Nas is a better shooter right now than Okot. So that's why he goes with that lineup. But we'll see. It's definitely going to be interesting because those girls out there in Seattle is big. You got 6'6" Malanga that's balling right now. So we're going to have our hands full with that. And then you got our fan who I love. I love me some our fan, boy. She is nice. Right, and then Flage is like kind of finding her groove right now. The bad thing about Flage is she's been inconsistent all year, so we don't know what Flage we're gonna get. We might get a Flage to just score 10 points, or we might get a Flage to drop 20. So we will see. But yeah, we'll see. Listen, I like Okot's minutes, so we'll see what happens when she comes in. I just know Angel is not comfortable shooting that ball from 3. I'm going to drop the link again for anybody who may want to come up and have a conversation. It's cool. There's a link. The link is in the chat. If not, I will keep answering y'all questions from the chat. Now, I will say this, though, for everybody who wants to blame the coach, I would have blamed him. Maybe I wouldn't have, because this might not be an issue. I was going to say we got blown out, but that also could be a player issue if you don't come ready to play. That also could be a player issue, but that also could be a coach issue as well. Reddit Milky Way says, I think most people are upset because they believe we could win a championship before the season started. I still think it's possible to win it all. I'm still thinking about how we almost beat Vegas. Yeah, I'm still on it. I think we could win a championship as well. But I also know in order to win a championship, there's some things that there's some things that need to be fixed. So, and I know scoring 70 points ain't gonna win you no championship. So our defense is still intact. We played good defense today, right? Because we ain't let them score either in both games. So I give them that. We play good defense. Offensively, we have to be able to be in the 90s, 100s consistently, which we were before the Valkerie. We were, and they came and they said no. They came in and put a hold on that. So this is where we got to adjust again, and we got to look at film and we got to see how they played us and figure out how to get the offense going again. I wouldn't mind her shooting middies. This is my thing, though, Reddit. She don't even need to shoot, right? She just need a shot, if that makes sense. So she needs to figure out what she's comfortable with, because obviously her jump shot, if you look at her mechanics is all off, and I'm kind of curious on why. Like, that's kind of weird. So maybe shooting ain't her forte. There's some people that we've seen, some of the best basketball players that's not great shooters, but they might have a float game. They might be able to float. Derrick Rose. Let's use Derrick Rose for a perfect example. Derrick Rose wasn't the best jump shooter, but he had one of the best float games in the league. Can y'all agree with me? For the people in the chat that knows basketball, that remembers Derrick Rose between 2009 and 2011. Do y'all remember his jump shot? Do y'all remember his floater? So with Angel, she need to figure out what's her shot. If shooting ain't it, she need to figure out a floater. If floating ain't it, she need to figure out how to do the jump hook shot. She need the jump hook. Let me see. Valks versus ATL July 4th. Dream gonna win that. Okay, it's July 4th. Hot Track says, still think he the wrong coach, but he deserved grace because it's early in the season. I think most people are turned because of his lack of enthusiasm and fight for his players. Players played for their coach. Listen, man, you're going to keep saying that. I already told you, you got Phil Jackson, you got Rick Adelman, you got who else? You got a whole bunch of, you got Mike Brown, you got a whole bunch of coaches that's not like, you got Steve Kerr, and then you have other coaches that's more fiery. Everybody is not, so okay. You want to fire him. I get it. Okay, cool. You want him fired. We got it. Works baby says Angel need a post fade for taller defenders. Why is nobody? I agree. That's one of the shots I feel like she needs. She needs a post fade. If I'm Angel Reese, the two people I'm studying, it's probably more than two people, but two people that I could study is Nafisa Kali's game, because Nafisa got that post fade shot that could really be beneficial to Angel Reese. So I agree with you. And then the other person is Tina Charles. Tina Charles' game is perfect for Angel, right? Tina Charles is about 6'4". Tina Charles has a jump shot, which Angel was working on. Tina Charles has a jump hook that I said Angel needs. Tina Charles even got a fade, right? These are all moves Angel could steal. So I agree with you. Let's give Angel some credit. Let's talk about what she do have. Like I said, logic, right? Let's talk about from a logic, not emotional point of view. Angel, the first move she developed was the drop step. Y'all remember that? She one of the best in the league with the drop step. The problem is the drop step worked better against smaller players, not bigger players. So when she drop step bigger players, they could still block her shot. She drop step smaller players, she go up nice and easy. So she already developed the drop step. The other post move that she already developed is the post pivot. She hasn't done it recently, but in the beginning of the season, she was doing a pivot, side to side, spinning on the pivot. She developed that move. I like that. What else do she have? I believe those are the two main moves she has. The move she needs to develop is the hook shot. She developed the hook shot, the jump hook or sky hook, whichever one. Either hook shot, and she needs to. The other one that she has, the pump fake. She don't pull out the pump fake a lot, but she has the pump fake in her arsenal. Sometimes she use it, most of the time she don't. The other move she needs to pull out is the post fade. So the jump hook or sky hook, she developed that. The post fade, she didn't develop that. And then like a floater over the top, she didn't develop that. Those aren't jump shots. So she, what I mean? If she has an issue with shooting the ball, that's fine. There's other shots you can do. And then she needs to also, the most important thing she needs to develop is to figure out what's her favorite go-to move and develop a counter to that. If she develop a counter move to her go-to move, she'll be all right. But yeah, she definitely need the post fade. She definitely need some sort of jump hook shot since she likes scoring in the paint so much. And then she need to utilize a shot she already has, which is the pump fake, which is important. She need to utilize the post pivot, which is important. And she need to utilize her drop step. But what I also think she need to do that's probably more important than any post shot is she need to work on like facing up, attacking her, because she's a smaller big, so she actually better when she face up instead of post up. And that leads you into the floater. She could float it over the top. She could do the reverse, whatever she want to do. She could do the up and under, right? step through, pump fake, step through. Those are different things she can do. But good point, Works, baby. Good point. Gears of Truth says shooting is not her forte, but she needs something to resort to when she's getting stuffed at the rim. She already has a problem with not keeping the ball high. That's why she gets blocked. It's not necessarily her keeping the ball high. She's undersized. That's what a lot of people don't realize. So what she does is her favorite move, and it's because she used to be a guard, is like a scoop layup. She do the scoop, it gets blocked. I call it the Barbie scoop. It gets blocked a lot. So she just need to, like I said, she don't need a jump shot. I mean, if she developed a jump shot, great. But there's some great players, a la Derrick Rose, who another one is Rondo. Rondo wasn't the best jump shooter, but he had an amazing floater, right? So she need to develop a floater, or just a different scoring thing to shoot it over the defense. Different scoring option to shoot over the defense. Hot Track says Angel needs to lay the ball up on the left side of the basket sometimes. She has a high percentage on that side and less block. Okay, I didn't know that. Good point. Another thing she could do is reverse layups when, like, if somebody's behind her, instead of going up on the front side of the basket, she could go up on the reverse side. That's another thing she could do to not get blocked. Asia, Fee, Stewie, those are all good people to watch. Absolutely. But I think Tina Charles is the best person for her to watch. Angel has a nice jump shot sometimes, but her mechanics is off. If you look, she shoots with her left hand. So anybody who's a shooter, and that was actually my forte when I was playing ball. I'm a right-handed shooter, and because I'm a right-handed shooter, I step my gather foot is with my right foot, I believe. Yeah. So I plant my left foot. Yeah, and I gather with my right foot. She shoots with her left hand and still gathers with her right foot. It's weird. Asia is a left-handed shooter. If you look at how Asia shoots, Asia gathers with her left foot, like Angel should do. But Angel gathers with her right foot as a left-handed shooter. So that's why I said her mechanics is off. She needs to fix her body. It's like her body wants to shoot right and left at the same time. So either she needs to change her hand back to her right hand, or train her body to like lean more to the left side, because I don't know, it's weird. Her mechanics is weird, and I don't know why, because it's been a long time. Somebody should have been fixed that by now, but it's whatever. But Carl Semesco's supposed to be working on it, so we'll see what happens. Works Baby says, but to focus on threes. Last comment, last season, she was okay. More jump shots and was good at them. Her rookie season is her best season I've seen her shooting. But the problem is, when she would get hot and shoot, she would stop. So I don't know. Like, again, I would love to know what's going through Angel's head. I wish somebody could sit down and talk to her about it, because it's obviously something mental. Gare the Truth says it definitely is about her keeping the ball high. She shoots from the hip, basically. No, listen, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that even if she keeps it high, she's still 6'4", bro. And Angel don't have an issue with layups. If you pay attention, she has an issue with bigger players. So it's not okay, she keep the ball high, she keep it low. It don't matter. If she plays bigger players, they gonna block her shot. And if she play or athletic players, one or the other. So Gears of Truth said defenders don't even have to jump to block her shot. Shot because of where she releases it. You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, the people who, if you watch her, even at that low release point you're talking about, she normally makes it. She don't make it against bigger players. So that's really what it is. But yo, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I want to appreciate everybody who came through the show. Shout out to my brother Jonathan Gonzalez that was on the panel. Had some technical difficulties for whatever reason. I couldn't hear him when he first got up here, which is crazy. I want to say shout out to everybody who came through in the chat. I enjoyed talking to you guys about basketball and about the game that we just saw. Unfortunately, we got the L. Hopefully, especially for the guys who feel like it's called for. Hopefully, Carl does better and get them better prepared for the next game. I'm excited to see the Seattle game, to see how we look. Yeah, and I want to tell everybody, please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, hype the channel, and holler at me in the comments. You already know I holler back. And everybody have a good night and stay blessed.